What's going on, guys? It's Clayton or Magnus. Welcome back to the channel. Today's subject, axles. There's always a lot of surrounding questions over axles in the scx24 community. You know, common questions like, what's the best bang for buck? MEUS. What has the best steering angle? Right out of the box? MEUS. What is the most reliable? I would say MEUS. With all that being said, I have axles sitting in my cabinet that are unopened because I cannot make the switch to a different axle just because of how much I really do like the MEUS axles. Use them on every single build that I have. So obviously I was very excited today coming home from work to see that I got a package from the one and only MEUS. Let's check it out. Whenever I saw that MEUS was coming out with the version 2 of the axles, I was really curious as to what changes they made because I love them just as they are. Let's go over a few different things on the V2s compared to the V1s. The biggest difference, and the difference I'm most excited for, is the new design of the center of the axle housing. You know, it went from the diamond shape on the version 1s to this new rounded off version on the V2s. And on the V2s as well, you get like that little scale oil plug on it. I just love that. I love my scale builds, so that's a big change for me. I love the look of them. The next change made on the new V2 axles is now the included adjustable servo mount is using the same mounting geometry as a stock servo mount. You know, any aftermarket servo mount should be able to fit the new version 2 metal isokinetic axles, which I didn't really worry about it. You know, whenever you buy your axles, it comes with them anyway. But it's just nice to know that you can throw on, let's say, a brass servo tray or whatever type of servo tray you would like to throw on. That's just a nice, I guess, quality of life change. The V2s have a more rounded one-piece bolt. The old design on the version 1s was a little metal sleeve and the screw, and they stuck out a little bit. There was a common hang-up spot, so it's nice to see these little rounded edges, and these should be able to stay in better to where they won't fall out like the old ones. They always wanted to fall out here. Let me show you. Sticks out further. These ones always want to fall out. I never had that, but I know some people ran into issues with these wanting to come undone with all the rattling and whatnot. The V2s now also have an integrated link riser on the rear axle compared to the V1s that it was a separate piece, which I don't mind. I think these look a lot more sleek, and it's just one less thing whenever you're taking things apart to get lost. So I don't mind this change. I do like it. I think it looks good. It's machined really well. And now the already affordable best bang for your buck axles just got even cheaper. I don't know how they managed to do that. Most companies, whenever they come out with a new version of their, you know, product, they would like to try to use that as a way to get more money out of it. So it was nice to see that the new V2 axles, they have two different options. The option 1 without the servo is now only $76.99. That's for the metal version. And with the servo is $89.99. And once again, that's with their 8-kilogram servo. I don't know if they plan on completely removing the V1s from their website after they sell out of all the product that they have made. I hope not. I still like the version 1s, but it's nice being able to pick version 1 or version 2, just the different options. As of right now, I don't see any nylon version of the V2s. Obviously, nylon is a big seller whenever it comes to the axles, so I'd be excited to see that. One thing I would like to see come out of MEUS would definitely be making a diff slider for their metal axles, either the V1 or V2s. You know, just something that they can sell alone, or maybe have it come in the kit. That would just be awesome. I like these for the scale look. I should have got gray. I think gray would have looked really good. Gray is definitely my favorite here. Black looks good, but it's hard to beat gray. The kit comes with some extra parts. Starting, we got the servo tray and the little ears for the servo tray. We got these 2 special bolts, bunch of screws, bunch of extra O-rings, the optional underdrive gears, and then the lower and upper steering link with the rod ends, and then an extra rod end. So starting out with the lower link, what you want to do is grab the link itself. I can pick it up here. And then whenever you go to put this on, the first couple turns are the most vital. You got to really give it a good push to get it started. See if I can get this here. On camera, it's a little difficult. And once it gets going a little bit, you can look and see it's a little crooked. Try to get it to where it needs to go straight. Just try to get that on perfect. Screw it on. Let me do the opposite side. Now that both rod ends are connected, make sure that whenever you get them to their final place, they're sitting like this, flat, for your knuckle. You know, obviously you want to be able to put the screw through the top of this and through the knuckle on each side. Now moving on to the rear axle to install the underdrive gears here. First things first, let's go ahead and remove the axle nuts on both sides. Now let's remove the little hex and O-rings on each side. And be careful, these little guide pins. Go ahead and remove both of those. And now these 2 screws on the end, these 2 screws on this end, we'll go ahead and remove those. We'll be able to pop out the drive shaft when we're ready. But first, let's remove these 2 screws in the front and these 4 screws in the rear. Let's pop off the diff cover here. It's good to know that they grease the gears from factory. Not all axle companies do that. Now let's remove these little Phillips screws. Now let's pull these out. So 1. Pull out the other. There's 2. And now this gear just fall right out. Let's take our new gear. Whoop. Put a bearing on each side. And then we're going to put it where the one came out at. Like that. Now let's place our axle shafts back in. Only goes a certain way, it'll catch on that gear. Make sure to push both of these bearings all the way in. Let's focus on this gear. Pull it from the old. Rob that bearing. Grease is holding it together. Rob that bearing. And there we go. Grease it, throw this back on, be ready to rock and roll. Let's get these guys thrown on a rig, see what it looks like. Alright guys, that's going to have to do it for this video. I hope you were able to learn a couple of the differences between these version 2 axles and the original version 1s. I personally am a big fan of the version 2s. I do like the new design on the axle housing. I think that rounded look, and then I keep saying that little scale oil plug, it just really makes it pop for these. I really like my scale looking builds, so these axles are perfect for just that. Performance wise, they're obviously MEUS axles, so you know they're good. In my opinion, having that 52-degree steering angle is almost too much. You know, I do have to dial back my steering just so I don't hit my chassis, which those are problems you want to have. MEUS did send me these axles to review, but that doesn't sway my opinion on them. I do think that they are a solid axle. You know, just like the version 1s, they perform great, and now with this new look of the V2s, I think they look a lot better as well. I am going to be ordering some more out of my own pocket, so that should tell you that I do actually like these a lot. If there's any changes you would like to see on these V2s, go ahead and put it in the comments below. I'm sure MEUS will be watching this video, and we all know that MEUS likes to listen to the community and try to make changes that are best for the community. So yeah, go ahead and drop some suggestions. Tell me some things you like and don't like about these axles. They'll be listening, they'll be watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was fun making. You know, I always like seeing new products, especially come out of companies that we all love, like MEUS. If you guys would like to see some more scx24 content, I upload every single Saturday. So until next Saturday, gentlemen, see ya!